painting demonstration. My name's Theresa Artigas, and I've been doing a live painting every day during the time that we've spent home over the past few months. I own a portrait studio on the Jersey Shore with my husband Michael for the past 26 years. We specialize in families and children, so we've been closed for a while, but now we're open up again. We're opened, and we're very happy creating beautiful portraits. In the meantime, I'm also an artist, so I've been putting my time and energy into creating beautiful pieces of art. And I also have a special that if you want to learn more about it, you can click on the link above in the description. And if you have a favorite photograph or a picture on your phone, vacation picture, something that means something to you, and you would love to have it made into a piece of art, just click on the link. You can find out more about that. So what I've been doing yesterday I started a new painting. I usually do one every few days. Some take me 3-4 days, some take me 2 days, some take me 1. But I chose this photograph from Dale Peters. He's a friend of Michael's cousin, and he does beautiful, beautiful photographs of wildlife. So I saw this. I thought they were flamingos, but they're not. They're, what are they, spoonbills?
Spoonbills.
Spoonbills, but they're so pretty with their pink. So I said, oh, that'd be so great to paint. So he said, yeah, go for it. So here I am. I'm giving it a whirl. So welcome. And yesterday all I did was I drew them out in pencil, sketched them, and then I added the blue from yesterday, which I still have to do some blending and whatnot, but it's here. I lost a couple little things on the brush. Bristles. I see a couple little pieces of the brush in there. I'll have to take that out. But I'm going to go into the actual birdies today and save the greenery for last, even though I want to do the greeneries, but I think the birds would be nice to do today. So if you are here, say hello. Love to hear from you. Just say hi. And I'm getting my palette ready here, but I also like to click on to see who's here and just say hi if I get a chance in the middle of my painting. So what I'm going to do is, I was painting something else today, and I had to clean my palette a little bit, so this is a really messy palette.
Bob Ross.
There he is. So the flamingos are basically pink. Sorry, they're not flamingos. Spoonbills are pink and white, and their bills have a little bit of like a rusted yellow and brown. Their legs have like a different color too. So I'm going to concentrate on the the pink and the white area today. So let's see, where am I going to put this?
I have no idea.
Let's put it right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
That's a lot of white.
And then I'm going to grab, let's see. You don't need to follow me here.
No, I'm going to.
Oh, geez, it's a mess.
I know.
It's
Look at all those paints.
I know, it's just a mess.
I haven't got back
Okay.
to normal since.
No, I mean, I have to rearrange my paints and whatnot. All right, so you've got red.
And red.
Crimson. I know there's a pink. Hold on. Don't follow me. Don't follow me. It's a mess. There's a pink in here.
Do 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 do. All right, there's your pink. Is that pink?
Well, that's a flesh. No, I'm gonna have to make pink.
Make
Primary
pink.
magenta. I had a pink. You stole my pink, didn't you?
Yeah, that's me.
You were painting with it, weren't you?
Oh yeah, that's it. Let's see here. Anybody see pink?
No.
I don't see any pink. I don't think you ever had pink.
All right.
I think you're delusional.
Let me switch with you for a second.
Oh,
I think I know
boy.
what it is.
Oh boy. Say she could make pink, but she'd rather.
No, I
So these are the birds. We're gonna name them. We're gonna name these birds. What's a famous group of 5? I don't know.
Ready.
Here.
Okay. So.
Is that pink?
A little bit of pink.
There's a lot of pink.
Well, it's rose, really.
Rose?
So let's put a little bit of rose there. And a little bit of red.
You got rose, you got red, you got white.
Okay. So, let's just take a... Ooh! How did that happen?
Because you were painting earlier.
No, I just did this just now.
I know, because you didn't clean it, because it's right there. Yeah, right there.
But I don't remember.
It's what?
Stop. Oh my gosh.
When you have this messy of a palette board, you don't know where the good stuff is and where the bad stuff is.
For the dried.
Yeah.
It's not on my shirt, is it?
No.
Okay. Oh well.
Okay, there you go. There was a gold in the other painting you were doing.
Yeah, that was a different painting I was working on. Oh, okay. So, all right, Dale, if you're watching, here I go. I'm gonna get the right brush here. Now, it's gonna be one of these.
Okay.
I guess I'll try this one first and see if I like it. We'll see. A little water. Get a little paper towel here. Okay. Sorry, had an itch.
Let the games begin.
So now I'm just putting in the base colors, and then I'll come back and do all the little highlights and the shadows. Okay, I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of red to that.
So don't expect to see too much detail at this very moment.
No, they're gonna look like kind of pink
blobs.
Yeah, kind of. I want to just fill it in a little bit. Trying to get in the baseline, base color, and then I can start adding in all the highlights and shadows and the details, and that's what I'm going to be going for. Let's go. It's hard not to do the detail, right?
Should I post that picture of Chloe and her friend today?
Without telling her, sure.
That's the beauty when your child's not on Facebook.
Yeah.
I came home to her and her friend dressed as, what are they, Pushins?
Pushins, because...
She used to be in the Pushins.
Right, and we had these little outfits that I saved. And,
they were huge.
They're huge, yeah. And then she got out of that phase and was mortified of it, and now she's having fun with it again.
Yes.
So
one
fun.
was a big Pushin cat.
Yeah.
And the other, and she was a unicorn Pushin. Pushin is just basically a flat cat? I don't even know how to.
They're cats.
They're cats. Yeah. They do all kinds of different things. That was she was into for all of. No, she was into it for like a couple of years actually.
Probably about 2. Yeah. Adding a little bit of water. Just to, I don't want it too thin, but I do want it a little lighter. Actually, I'm going to get a little more white in here. I want a hint of pink. See how it's just an off pink?
Wow, this thing just went wee. Sorry.
Oh, making them dizzy, are you?
I'm making people dizzy. Whiplash.
I'll get to the tail in a second. Let's get some more white in there. Just kind of fill it in at the moment. So I'm waiting to hear from Dale where this picture he did, where did he take it? Did he take it in like a wildlife refuge, or was it near his home? Or if he could, if he's watching, if he could post a little bit about it, would be kind of cool. It's always nice to hear the story of the photo, you know, how, where it was taken, and interesting facts. Let's see. Get that in there a little bit. I'll get down to the tail in a minute. I do need a touch of brown. Underneath, he's got a little bit of brown mixed with the pink. See, I'm getting into the detail and I shouldn't be. I don't know, can't help myself. Just a shadow under there a little bit. Okay, back to the white. Come back to that. And if his neck looks a little too fat or something, I'll just come in with the blue later on and kind of slim his neck if I need to, or change it. Got a shaky hand today. Gonna let that dry also before I can kind of get too much bleeding in there of the colors together. You like it so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's the base, but yeah, I think you're doing a good job with the following the shading of the animal.
Probably should get in there with a little bit of blue, right? Let's see what happens.
I'd worry about that later.
It's bugging me.
Oh boy.
Just a tiny bit more. Okay. Let's stop right there for a moment. All right, a little bit of brown. I have a feeling my brush might be a little too fat for this part, but let's see. A little bit of brown in there with a little bit of red. Maybe a little more brown. Let's see. All right. Thinner brush. Sometimes when the bristles are very hard and it's just a little too thick for his little legs. So I'm gonna try to go with, let's see how this one. Time for new brushes, Mike. Just a couple. Alright, this one's kind of dark, this leg, because he's in shadow over here, this leg. So let's get that one. Tiny bit of black in there. Black and brown, a little bit. A little bit of black. A little bit darker. Jeez. Just a drip. Just a little bit, just to... He's got a little shadow under his... underneath. I still didn't get to the end of the tail yet, but I will. And then we've got his leg turns orange here, which I don't have. Let's see if I got a yellow somewhere. Yeah, I'll come back to that. How's that? Let's just do a little bit of blue here. Just to kind of soften it just a little bit. Gives me a little line of the water. Made me feel a little better. Okay, I'll spin out that leg a little bit. I think green's gonna end up going in there anyway. But I just want to get the shape of the leg a little bit better. Eventually that'll be green behind him. It's kind of a little thick at the moment. Okay. I'm not gonna worry about the green right now, or the reflection of them. That's something I'll do later on. Okay, so let's go back up to his head. Make sure my brush is very clean here, so I don't have any blue come out on it. There we go. Let's do a little more white. And then we got some like yellowy green in there by his eye. And then his bill is like a brown, so let's get a little yellowy by his eye. Let's see if I have any yellow left. No, I don't. It's like a, what'd you say? That's like a, I'm trying to find the color. Just a tad bit yellowy green, right?
It's more brassy.
There. You're right, a little bit brassy. It has a green hint to it too, but I guess it would be yellow. I'll go with yellow. Yeah, it's like a brassy kind of. Let's play with this one just a little bit. Grab a little, just a tiny bit of yellow. And maybe I'll add just a tad of brown to it to kind of calm it down a little bit here. Let's do that. A little bit of white, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of yellow. Yeah, a little more yellow until I get it to, that looks a little brassy, right? No? Yes?
Yeah, it's like mustardy.
Kind of. Well, it kind of does look like that color. So let's see. Just add a little more white here. Kind of blend it just a little bit in here. And just a hint of brown. Alright, let's do his little eyeball. And then I'll do his beak. Let me get a little bit of blue right here for a second. Just because it's bugging me with the shape of his head there. It's got to come down more. better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's all about the shape. Let's fix the other side of his head here. Got like a flat part up here. Oops. Just need a tiny bit, that's all. What do you think? Good? Good?
You got him. Mm-hmm.
His neck. What color in there? I need a little bit of blue.
Yeah, blue-white.
Yeah, just a hint. Let's see. Well, it's not even dry yet, so I can't do that. Well, his neck looks weird right there, but I'll get to that spot in a second. Because I want to create a little bit of a shadow there, knowing that his neck is turned. But right now my white is very wet, so let's go to his eyeball. With my teeny weeny little, where's my teeny weeny paintbrush? The one I do when I sign my signature. It's so thin. I had it out here. Let's see, where did it go? Let's see, it's very tiny, tiny. Put that there a second. You see it anywhere? I felt very unorganized today. Yeah, here's a tiny one, but it's not the tiniest. I'm looking for the one that I sign my name with. That's really like crazy small. It's kind of weird. Okay, we'll try this one. This one's very thin too. Okay, so we've got a little, let's do a little brown eye. Let's see how the eye goes with my shaky hand today. Alright. Then I gotta get down to his tail. Okay, so his eyeballs probably. Well, my white is wet there. Let's try to get a little bit more. Get a little bit of white here. Okay. Let's try the beak. Let's go for the beak now. Okay, so I'm going to get brown basically with a tiny bit of white because that's going to be the highlighting part. The top part has some lighter areas. Yeah, a little dark. Put a little black in there. You didn't realize it takes you so long just to do one bird. Back to a little bit of brown. Right now I'm going, okay, how, it's not, let's go a little black because, also blue first here because his beak is not fix that a little bit. A little bit of highlighting on his beak and a little bit of shadowing. So I'm going to take a little bit of the dark brown and some black for the underneath part where it's shadowed. Here. Tiny bit more for his eye. Okay. Now let's go for a little highlight on the beak. But you know what? I may wait till that dries a little bit.
I would.
So I don't mess up my brown that's already there, because I need to do a very light color and I want to drag it down his beak to give that little bit of a highlight. I can add a little tiny bit of white in there though. No, pink on my hand. How'd that get over there? I'm not sure how the pink got over there. A couple little dots. Alright, let's work on his tail a little bit there. A little bit of water, a little bit of pink, and a lot of bit of white. Try to get it liquidy. Okay, so let's go with go a little bit darker. Not too dark though. Try to get a little bit of. And then a little more white. Got a little white tip on his tail compared to the other ones. These other guys don't have as much white there. And a little more pink over here. A tiny bit of water. A little bit of highlight on the other side of his lips. Too much in there. Right there. A little bit of white. You're so quiet today, Mike.
I'm sorry.
Usually you're quite chatty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
You had a busy day.
Quiet Mike's about to inform you that you hit the bid 3-0.
Oh, did I really?
Yes.
Okay. Let's just put a little pink in here. What was that?
The
Light?
reflector. It gets hot, expands.
Mm.
Parabolic, I should say.
bit of brown in there just to kind of calm it down a little bit. There we go. And I'm gonna go to the 40 mark. I guess it's gonna be one bird per painting, because it seems like this one took me quite a while, and I'm still gonna add the blue in there. I want to kind of finish him. That's my goal, to finish him, and then I'll stop for the, till tomorrow. Let's see. Just adding in a little bit of shadow here. Just gotta get a little more brown into my pink and red here. Yeah, not enough brown. See how this goes. Okay, let's fix his neck.
His neck's too fat.
Well, it needs a little bit of the shadow because he's basically got his head turned like in an awkward way. So let's fix his neck a little. I had a blue here that I was starting with, but I can't remember. Was it this blue? Yeah. Let's pick a spot over here. A little blue. Little white, and a little bit of Payne's gray. Oh, I thought I had it. I don't want it to be too dark, which that looks a little dark, so we'll add some more white and a tiny bit more blue. It kind of looks like soft. Oh, still wet. And we're gonna go for it. I'm going to add some more white to lighten that up a little bit. Kind of blend it a little bit. Kind of like that. There's a darker little area right there where his neck crinks over a little bit. See if I can get that right here. Yep, didn't even have it on my brush. I thought I did. Oh, give me a moment. Ooh, that's very dark. There we go. Add a little bit more white. Does have some shading up here. Trying to give him a little dimension. Let's add a little bit more white there. Not so harsh. What do you think? Is his neck okay now?
Much better.
Yeah. Let's add a little bit more highlight over here. Let's add a little bit more over here. Just a little bit means such the difference, you know. Doesn't have to be a lot, but sometimes just a little bit of a hint of a. There we go. Phew. I didn't get to his leg, but let me get to just one little bit more here with the. We're gonna finish up in a second, but I just feel like I need to complete him today before I can move on to the other birdies. Let's get a little bit of white over here. And a little bit of pink. A little bit of darker pink. And a little bit of darker pink. Whoops, too much. Lighten that up a little bit. Alright, it's a beginning. I'm not sure if I totally completed and happy with it yet, but it's a beginning. And that's where I think I'm going to come back and work more on his feathers, but
I just want to call it a day.
let me just fix this one little spot by his.
Boy.
You knew I was going to say that. Wait a minute, one little spot.
Where's the spot? Where's the spot?
Right here. Let me put my finger here. Gotta be there. Neck comes in a little bit more, like a dip here. It's bugging me. Right there. Right? Is that better? It felt like his neck needed to come in just a little bit more. And even more on this side. See, I'm always tweaking something. Tweak, tweak, tweak. Alright, let's take this. There. That's looking a little bit better, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
So, I didn't finish his little leg there with the orange. I didn't get into the orange part. But, as you see, that's the beginning of the first little guy. And it looks like each one has taken me a little time, more than I had thought. So, I spent a half an hour just doing this little guy today. But that's okay, because you can see the progress, and I'm enjoying it, and I hope you are too. Thank you, Dale, for this awesome, beautiful photograph that you took, because I'm really enjoying painting it. You know, it's just beautiful. So, thank you, everyone, for joining me today, and I hope you had fun watching, and I'll be back, what's today?
Tuesday.
Will we be back tomorrow at 4?
Yes.
4 o'clock tomorrow. We will be back, and I will complete and go into the next little guy, and then you can just watch the progression and as I paint along. If you're interested to have me paint something for you, there's a special link at the top, and you can click on that and learn more about having me create a piece of artwork for you from any photograph that you have. So I hope you